So the growth is being driven by the new products that I mentioned, since you have Impact New Pro, and then, you know, towards the middle of the decade, then you have also the late stage pipeline coming in. The decline that you've seen, as I mentioned, we're ahead of the curve versus the majority of pharma companies in having most of our patent expiries behind us, and that triggers for us to make a number of measures. The first measure was really to transform completely the company, which we've done in between 2004 and 2006, where we basically transformed completely UCB from a diversified chemical group into a pure high-end biopharma specialized in neurology and immunology, and that was done by divesting all the non-pharma business and acquiring Celtech and Schwarz Pharma. Now, this acquisition is very unique, because what we've done is that we created, in effect, a new company out of 3 different entities, which is very different than the usual acquisition, and which I think is one of the reasons why, if you look objectively at our success, we've been in both acquisitions, whereas 2/3 of acquisition fail. The figures tell us that we've succeeded. If you look at, for example, the estimate of what the market thought about Cimzia at the time of Celtech, and what they think about Cimzia now, the peak sales estimate of the market have risen quite substantially. So Cimzia is objectively a much bigger product today than what the market, and frankly what we thought when we acquired Celtech. We still have in 2011 the bathtub that is leaking, because the bathtub that is leaking, because there are still patent expiries, but we can predict with high certainty that in October that's where the last leak is being stuck, and so with then you need 6 to 9 months still after the last patent expiries to absorb all the effects. So starting the second half of 2012, then the question is, how big is the growth? But growth is there no matter what. It's almost physics. That's why I'm saying, because we're fitting the bathtub as we speak with the new products, and we still have the end of the patent expiries, if you want to. But the good news is that now we have this new source of revenues that are growing very nicely.